วัสดีค่ะ I'm สดชื่น Lim Grieng Kai and welcome to Be My Guest, the program that brings you successful stories of institutions and entrepreneurs in both international and domestic arena. Today we will be talking about a competition that encourages new generation musicians to perform and show their skills. What competition will that be? Let's find out with our guest today.In today's episode, we are joined by Dr. Narong Prangchareun, Dean of College of Music of Mahidol University. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Thank you for joining us today. First of all, let me ask you to tell us a little bit about the background of the competition, which is called Set Youth Musician Competition. So can you give us a little bit of the background?
Yes, we started this competition about 20 years ago with the main purpose of to try to find the young talented Thai musicians all over the nation.
I see.
And now, since after 20 years, I think we have created many young musicians that, can compete with the international competition now.
I see. So it has been going on for 20 years already.
Yes.
I see. So what is it's called SET. So does SET has any involvement in this competition at
yes,
all?
because the set come in to support us about 14 years ago with the main idea of, try to support youth, activity and try to find something for the young musicians to do and, set up that goal for each year.
I see. So what is the main objective of this competition?
We try to promote the competition as the competition that is not aiming for winning. It's the competition is aiming for set up your goal for, each year that you will have a chance to come to the stage and perform. And I think this competition is also fascinating and different because it's compete on the music only, not the instrument.
Okay.
So the instrument is only the media that produce the sound of music. So that's why we don't have a rules on instrument. Like this year we have a drum set that compete with piano and Renard, and things like that has been going on for 20 years.
I see. So it's more of competing the skills, not the instrument.
Yes. So we are focusing on music most of the
see.
time. Like if your music is really communicate and it's really speak for itself, it doesn't matter what instrument you play, you can win this competition.
I see. So in each year, how many people, try to, join in this competition?
In the past, we have a couple hundred. This year, we have about over 400
That's a lot.
kids, apply for the competition.
I see. So is there, any, age that are allowed or it's open to all?
They divided into 4 categories. One is primary school, secondary school, high school, and bachelor degree, undergraduate. So it's already divided by the age group.
I see. So everyone has, their group right there.
Yes.
I see. So can you tell us a little bit more about the finals, the night of the finals? How do they compete? What is it like?
Like I already told all the kids that if they make it to the final, they should consider themselves as a winner. Because we have over 400 contestants to compete, and if they are only the last 40, the top 10%, I think, they're already great. And at the final, when we judge, we have about 14 judges on the panel, and then we just try to make it fair for everybody. So all the judges, they came from many career-based, some auditors, some, like business person,
So
some
not music related.
It's not all the music. We have about 5 people in the judging panel that has a music background. And the rest, they are music lovers. They don't have to play instrument well, but, so the main goal of having music communicate to people who speak more, because those people who have less musical training, they know about how they enjoy listening to music more
there's
than
no technical things in their head, just the feeling.
Yeah, because as a musician, when we listen to music, we analyze things.
You become critical about everything. Yeah, definitely.
So,
I see. So does it make it harder or easier to have a non-musician in the judge panel?
I think it's not difficult for them to judge because they can judge on whatever they like. At first, they got really nervous because they're like, well, did I make a right decision? But I think because I told them like all the 10, they are great. It can't be a wrong choice. It's only like who you like at that time, at that moment, and who is really,
who touches
for that,
you, basically.
to kind of like give a good presentation on the stage. So that is the only thing that they can pick.
I see.
Yeah, it's not about the skill because everybody must have a really good skill.
Yes, of course.
And we have like really small young kids that they play wonderfully. And I live in US for a long time, so I always think, US kids, when they're very small, they can play really well.
Yeah.
This is the first time in my life to see the Thai kids did that, and I'm like, wow, we should promote them.
That means something, definitely. Yes. So we take a quick break here, and when we come back, we'll talk about the winners.
Yes.
Welcome back to the program. So now we've entered our second break, and let's talk more about the winners. So let's just start with the primary school level. Can you tell us who is the winner and what song or instrument did they use?
Yes, the winner of the primary school level is Getikun Jalan Pansuti. He performed in the Thai xylophone, Ranat Egg, which I think is very interesting because like the young kid can play the Thai instrument really well, and now the Thai instrument can compete with all the Western instruments and be the winner. Because I think it's a good sign and good challenge.
Definitely. And is it because he's using a Thai instrument? Is that why he won this level?
No, I think because his performance is really more technical and he can show his ability of how to control the instrument really well.
I see.
Plus, I think he is really musical. Because in Thai music, I don't know how sometimes people train people to play music with many rules. So sometimes it's really stiff. But for him, since he's really young, he's really natural.
I see. So he has that skill in him.
Yes.
Okay. So what about the middle school level? What song did they use and what instrument did they use?
So for the middle school, Pachari Wanitwangwan is the singer. So she sang, and her song is really kind of like blend in with many things. So she sing one song from the musical, Broadway musical that has a little opera technique in it, because it's a song about the girl who live on the 14G floor, and they have like people who live above her and underneath her that sing opera singer or have like a bebop jazz music. So she sang in many styles, which I think is really unique, because sometimes you can't find one person that can do many things like that. So
and
I think
at a young
she really
age
deserved
as
it.
well.
Yeah. Yes, and she's normally we don't have a lot of singers who win the competition, but she really proved that it doesn't matter what instrument you play, even vocal, you still can win this competition.
I see. And is that why she won? Because she used many type of music in her music.
Yes, and also it's very entertaining because she also act on the stage like dancing and main thing. So she really put it on like a show. It's not just like singing, you know.
I see. Overall, it's a good performance.
Yes.
I
yes.
see. So what about the high school level? What song and instrument did they use?
The high school level is Piyadamrongkan. She is also another singer. This year we have two singers who won
Is
the
it
competition.
normal?
It's not really normal. It's not typical the way we judge it. But
I see.
she also sing in a different style. She has like opera singer style, and you know she also really proved that you know she can control her voice very well. It's very dramatic and also you know very entertaining, very touching to the
Did
audience.
she act as well in
Yes,
her performance?
yes.
I
Because
see.
all the singers, they really prepare really well.
I see.
When they show up on the stage, they came with props and things like that you know really help their performance.
I see, because you know they're coming just with their voice, so I
Yes.
guess they need some prop
Yes.
with them. And
Yes.
is that why she won? Because she prepared herself really well and her technique was really good?
Yes, and I think like musically, she is the most musical person among you know all of the 10.
I
Because
see.
everybody, like no question, they are really good.
Yeah.
They are really talented. Really
Yes.
technical skill level is really high. But somehow at that moment, you know, she is the one who speaks to all the judges the
I
most.
see. It seems like she was the one who captures their heart.
Yes.
I see. And what about the last level, the university level? What song or instrument did they use?
The winner is Grisada Chairatanasak. And he is interesting because he got into the final round with two instruments. So he got in as a saxophone, a soprano saxophone player and alto saxophone player. So he got up on the stage twice to perform. When we announced the winner, sorry, at first he got, I think, the silver medal from other performance with alto saxophone. So he feel a little disappointed. But then when we announced the winner again, he got the gold medal with the first place. And And I think he feel happy, and I was joking with him like, well, the other guy is not so good, you're much better. So we choose you because you are very young and talented person.
I see. But is that why he won? Because, he did 2 instruments, or why did you choose him as a winner?
Not really, because he can play very well on the soprano saxophone. So that's why we didn't choose him to have even gold medal on the alto saxophone.
I see.
But when we auditioned him, the first round is auditioned by just a CD, so no one know who they were. And the second round also is, on the stage, but also they don't do consensus. So all the judges, they can just vote with their point. And when we summarize the point, then we got him onto 2 categories.
So it seems like everybody somehow agreed on him without even talking about it.
Yes.
So he seems very talented indeed. We now take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk more. Welcome back. So we've entered our last break here. So we already talked about the winners and the background of this competition. Let me ask you though, since right now in Thailand we have so many music competition, whether it's singing or talent kind of show. There's so many kinds. How is this competition different from the others?
So this one, I think, is open more possibility for all the musicians, and we, we only focus on musicians. Some talent show, they have everything like dancing, painting and other things. So for us, we only focus on how to perform music well. And I think this is open opportunity for all the kids because, we have no boundary on instrument. So they can enter and use their own instrument, whatever they perform, to come in and enter the competition.
I see. And you've mentioned earlier that you lived in America for a very long time, and when you see the kids here at the competition, you were quite impressed. So what is your overall impression of the competition and the competitors in the competition?
Yes, because I've been living in U.S. about 17 years, working as a composer, so compose classical music for orchestra and stuff like that. And I've been trained like all the kids to compose or perform.
I see.
And I work with really young kids, as a orchestra outreach program. So that's why I saw many young talented kids.
Yes,
and I hope one day I will see them in Thailand. So this time is really an eye-opening for me because I just moved back from US about 6 months ago.
Okay.
And to see the competition is really eye-opening, and it's really opened my possibility on how that we can develop like all the kids, to be more international level and how we can help them to grow up and then, be the best musicians.
So you're saying that you feel that they are talented as much as the kids in America right now.
Yes, they are
They're
talented
skilled.
as the kid as in America, and I think in even Japan and China, we have like very young talented kids. We just need opportunity for them.
Of course.
Because like when they are very good, they don't have opportunity, they can't go on. But if the government or other organization help to support them, give them opportunity to go out and perform and make the world know that they exist,
Yeah.
I think that's the best possibility that we can create like
Definitely.
the young talented kids.
I see. So what about the plans for next year? Is there you going to add anything new, or there's going to be anything we can look forward to next year for this competition?
Next year, for example, we're gonna promote about the competition earlier because
Okay.
in the past we don't give them enough time, so they know around the same time we do it in December.
Okay.
So they know roughly about that
see.
time, but then they don't know when to enter. So by the
Okay.
time they got that information, it's a little
Too late.
too late.
I see.
So I think next year we can announce it, earlier, so they have at least 6 months to prepare,
Yeah.
and also they can set up their goal. Because we try to tell them that from now on, every year will be December. So
Okay.
that will be, the time that they come in and then do this
So
competition.
some time frame for them, to prepare
Yes,
themselves.
yes.
I see. So what if, the students are interested? What should they do? What are the steps to be taken to, take part in this competition?
So we have like information on our university website. If they
Okay.
come to our College of Music, then they can find the link that they can go to this set competition, and
Okay.
they can look at the past winner. They can look at all the contestant information, and we will try to post some video of the winner on YouTube
I
channel as
see.
well,
I
so
see.
they can see example. And I think by seeing what make those winner the winner, I think they can be more developed, and then
Yeah,
they can be better.
definitely. More inspired as well, I think.
Yes.
Motivated that you see someone so good, you want to be as good as they are.
Yes.
So what do you think, are the benefits for the students, who enter this competition? Of course, it's a stage for them to show their skills, but what do you think they get back from this competition as well?
Because I think like people usually don't think about experience as important part of their life, but I keep telling the parents that they came like, because they said like, well, why don't we do competition in Chiang Mai and in Pattaya, somewhere that they don't have to come to Bangkok
Okay.
to perform, or
Yeah.
come to the Kon Pathom to perform. And I said like, to be on that stage, that is proper stage, is one time in their life that they're gonna feel that way. They feel nervous, they feel good, they feel bad, I don't know, but they get that experience from doing it just one time in their
Yeah,
life.
of
So that
course.
is the most important thing why we have to help them to
Of
do it.
course.
And I think that you can't buy for your kids, you just
Yeah.
have to bring them and help them, support them to
Exactly.
do it.
And I think experience sculpts someone's, sculpts their personality, sculpts their future, sculpts their motivation, everything. So I
Yes,
think it's very
yes,
important to
yes.
let them experience it themselves. So in your opinion, as a professional, what do you think are the qualities though that, make a good musician?
So I think, like all the kids, when they're very young, most likely they can perform really well if they have a good guidance, like they have a support from parents, they have
Okay.
support from their teacher. I think we can make the kids become really, talented and perform really well. For me, myself, I think it different way because I try to focus on happiness more than being really good on that instrument.
I see.
Because I told all the teachers that they came this time too that, if I teach those kids, I will focus on the happiness. One day when they want to be good, they will tell you that they want to be good.
I
But you
see.
can't decide for them. Even parents, you can't decide for them. You shouldn't force your kid to practice hard. They should practice hard because they love it and they have fun doing it.
Yes. So they should have the passion to
Yes.
become a good musician. So that's the key, passion.
Yes.
I see. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for coming in today. ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณครับ
With support and the boost of the confidence the SET Youth Musician Competition gives to its attendees and winners, it will definitely help create a good and talented musician in the future. And that's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. See you again next time. สวัสดีค่ะ